Hello, dear learners, and welcome back to our channel, where learning English becomes an unforgettable adventure. Today, we embark on an inspiring journey through the incredible life of Nelson Mandela, one of the greatest leaders in history. This is more than just a story. It's a journey of hope, courage, resilience, and determination. As you listen, you'll not only improve your English, but also discover valuable life lessons that will motivate you to dream big, stay hopeful, and never give up, no matter how difficult life may seem. So, let's begin the extraordinary journey of Nelson Mandela, a man who changed the world forever. Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in a small village called Mvezo, in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. His full name, Roli Lahla Mandela, means pulling the branch of a tree in the Xhosa language, though it is often said to mean troublemaker. This name would eventually reflect his rebellious spirit and unwavering courage in fighting against the oppressive system of apartheid. Mandela was born into the Thembu royal family, a respected tribe with a rich history and culture. His father, Henry Mandela, was a chief and an advisor to the Tambo king. Though the family wasn't rich, they were deeply respected within their community. Mandela's mother, Nokekeni, Fanny, was a devout Christian who taught him the values of kindness, humility, and faith. Even though they were not wealthy, their home was filled with love, respect, and a strong sense of community. Mandela's childhood was simple but full of joy. He ran barefoot through the fields, played traditional games with his friends, and spent nights listening to stories shared by the village elders, often tales of warriors and leaders who fought for justice. One lesson that shaped his future came from his father. A true leader is not someone who seeks power for himself, but someone who serves his people. These words remained with Mandela throughout his life, and he would live by them as he grew older and faced the challenges of leading his country at the young age of 9. Tragedy struck when Mandela's father, Henry, fell ill and passed away. This was a life-altering moment for young Mandela, but it also marked a turning point in his life. After his father's death, his mother took him to live with Chief Jongintaba, the royal leader of the Thembu people. Chief Jongintaba treated Mandela like his own son, and this move opened Mandela's eyes to a life beyond his small village. Living with Chief Jongintaba, Mandela began to observe the responsibilities and traditions of leadership. He became fascinated with the role of leaders and started to see the bigger picture of what was wrong with South Africa's racial system. This marked the beginning of his deep passion for justice and equality. Mandela started school at the age of 7, attending a local Methodist school where he was given the name Nelson, as was the custom for African children attending school. Although he didn't fully understand why he needed an English name, he accepted it without question and focused on his studies. Mandela excelled in his education, developing a deep love for subjects like English literature, history, geography, and especially the stories of African heroes who had fought against colonial rule. He once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." This belief fueled his desire to learn and drive for a better future. As he grew older, Mandela became increasingly aware of the injustice around him. South Africa was under the system of apartheid, which legalized racial segregation and discrimination. Under apartheid, Black South Africans were oppressed, denied basic rights like voting, owning land, and even living in the same neighborhoods as white people. Mandela could see the deep inequality in every aspect of life, and this motivated him to take action. At the age of 16, Mandela participated in a traditional ceremony where young boys transitioned into manhood. During the ceremony, the elders spoke about the responsibility of manhood and shared their sadness about the suffering of their people under apartheid. This moment deepened Mandela's sense of duty to fight for justice. At the age of 19, Mandela's life took another significant turn when he ran away from an arranged marriage and moved to Johannesburg, the bustling city that offered a world far different from his rural upbringing. Johannesburg was a place full of opportunity, but also extreme challenges. Black South Africans were treated as second-class citizens, working for little pay in poor conditions, while white people lived in comfort and privilege. Mandela worked as a night watchman at a gold mine, but he never lost sight of his education. He continued to study and eventually enrolled at the University of Witwatersrand, where he studied law. As one of the few black students in a predominantly white institution, Mandela faced immense discrimination. However, This only fueled his resolve to fight against the system that treated him and his people unfairly. It was during this time in Johannesburg that Mandela joined the African National Congress (ANC), a political organization dedicated to fighting for the rights of Black South Africans. Mandela attended secret ANC meetings, where he listened to passionate speeches and contributed his own ideas for a fairer South Africa. Mandela's dream was to create a South Africa where all races could live together in peace and equality, free from the chains of apartheid. His vision was of a country where children of all races could play together without fear, and families could build better futures. This dream became the driving force of his life, but the path ahead was fraught with obstacles, sacrifices, and great personal cost. That as Mandela's activism grew, so did the risks. In 1948, the South African government introduced even harsher apartheid laws. These laws segregated every aspect of life, dictating where Black people could live, work, and even whom they could marry. Mandela and his fellow ANC leaders knew they had to take action. Mandela helped organize peaceful protests, strikes, and marches, following the principles of nonviolent resistance, inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. But as apartheid's violence escalated, Mandela's perspective shifted. After the Sharpeville massacre of 1960, in which police opened fire on peaceful protesters, Mandela realized that nonviolent resistance alone would not be enough. He helped form a secret armed group, Umkhonto we Sizwe, to fight apartheid through acts of sabotage against government infrastructure, aiming to weaken the system of oppression. Mandela's life was now in danger as he became a wanted man, evading capture while continuing to spread the message of freedom. In 1962, Mandela was arrested and charged with sabotage, treason, and attempting to overthrow the government. His famous trial became a platform for him to speak out against apartheid. He said, I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against Black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society, in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve, but if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. Mandela was sentenced to life imprisonment and sent to Robben Island, where he endured harsh conditions, forced labor, isolation, and limited contact with the outside world. For 27 long years, Mandela endured immense hardship, but he never lost his spirit. Even in prison, he became a symbol of resistance, hope, and strength. As Mandela spent his years in prison, the fight against apartheid continued to grow stronger, both inside and outside of South Africa. International protests, boycotts, and pressure from world leaders demanded Mandela's release, but the South African government refused. Despite the brutality of prison life, Mandela remained optimistic. He often said, I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun, one's feet moving forward. He used his time in prison to study, reflect, and learn new languages, including Afrikaans, the language of his oppressors. He believed understanding his enemies was key to overcoming apartheid. Finally, on February 11, 1990, after 27 years, the world watched as Nelson Mandela walked free from prison. His first words were, I stand here before you not as a prophet, but as a humble servant of you, the people. Today, the time for healing of wounds has come. The time to build is upon us. Mandela's release was the beginning of a new chapter in South Africa's history. In 1994, South Africa held its first democratic elections, and Mandela was elected as the country's first Black president. He worked tirelessly to unite a divided nation, emphasizing forgiveness and reconciliation over revenge. One of his most famous acts was supporting the Springboks, South Africa's rugby team, during the 1995 Rugby World Cup, a symbolic gesture of unity, showing that even traditional divisions could be overcome. Mandela's presidency was marked by his commitment to healing the wounds of the past and building a future of equality and peace. After serving one term, he stepped down in 1999, setting an example of humility and the importance of knowing when to pass on the baton. In his later years, Mandela focused on global peace, education, and the fight against HIV/AIDS. His advocacy continued until his passing on December 5, 2013, at the age of 95. His death marked the end of a remarkable life, but his legacy lives on in the hearts of millions around the world. Nelson Mandela's life is a powerful reminder that greatness is not something we are born with, it's something we build through hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering belief in our dreams. His story teaches us that no matter how hard life gets, we can rise again. Failure is not the end. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. Mandela's journey wasn't just about changing South Africa, it was about changing the world. His life is proof that one person can make a difference, and his message of hope, love, and forgiveness will continue to inspire future generations. As you reflect on his story, remember that your dreams, no matter how big, are worth fighting for, and like Mandela, you have the strength to overcome any obstacle. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Share Mandela's story with others, and together, let's carry forward his message of hope, unity, and freedom. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories like this.